Today we'll look at the respiratory system. So, introduction to the respiratory system. Every cell in the body requires oxygen to generate energy in the form of ATP. Carbon dioxide is produced as a waste product in these reactions. While we require oxygen to survive as accumulation of carbon dioxide that primarily drives your need to breathe. CO2 is exhaled and oxygen is inhaled through the respiratory system, which includes muscles to move air into and out of the lungs passageways through which air moves, and microscopic gas exchange surfaces covered by capillaries. So here's the anatomy of the respiratory system. The lungs occupy most of the volume of the thoracic cavity, the chest cavity. The diaphragm separates the thoracic abdominal cavity. You have two lungs, each divided into several lobes, two on the left and three on the right. You have a conducting zone which involves the nose, nasal cavity, paranasal sinuses, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles. You have the respiratory zone, which has respiratory bronchioles and alveoli. So, function of the conducting zone is a route for incoming and outgoing air. Warms and humidifies air coming in, removes debris and pathogens from the incoming air, sense of smell, and then you have the function of the respiratory zone, which is gas exchange. So, the upper respiratory system is consisting of the nose, nasal cavity. So, the nose is the primary passageway for entering the respiratory system. The nasal cavity is where the superior portion of the nasal cavity is the olfactory region. This provides a sense of smell. Mucus produced in paranasal sinuses and tears which clean and moisten the nasal cavity. So inside the nose there is a nasal epithelium which contains olfactory receptor cells. These receptor cells provide signals to the olfactory bulb, in which mitral cells are output cells sending signals to the brain regions. You can see in the diagram there. The olfactory pathway is unique and is then compared to other sensory systems. Mitral cells in the olfactory bulb send their output to multiple brain regions. A main area is called the piriform cortex and olfactory cortex. So please note that the thalamus does not directly contribute to olfactory processing. You see a diagram there. So now looking at the upper lower respiratory system, you have the pharynx, which is a chamber shared by digestive and respiratory systems. Air flows from the pharynx to the larynx through the glottis, which is a slit-like opening between vocal cords. You have the epiglottis, which is elastic cartilage, covers the glottis when swallowing, and ligaments attached to thyroid cartilage and hyoid bone. Also part of the lower respiratory system is the trachea, also known as your windpipe. This is a tough, flexible tube. The trachea is lined with pseudostratified sinuses along the epithelium. The trachea contains 16 to 20 tracheal cartilages. These separate tracheal walls protect the airway. As it continues, the trachea contact with the wall. The trachea branches in the right and left primary bronchi of the carina. Each bronchi divides to form lobar bronchi that supplies local lungs. The lobar bronchi branch forms segmented bronchi. Each segmented bronchus supplies air to one bronchopulmonary segment. You also have the bronchioles, so each segmental bronchus branches into multiple bronchioles. The bronchioles then branch into terminal bronchioles, so each segmental bronchus forms about 6,500 terminal bronchioles, and this then forms several respiratory bronchioles which connect the alveoli. So this is the respiratory zone for 300 million alveoli present in adult lungs. They have a surface area of 90 meters squared. Alveoli, pneumocyte type 1 cells. Pneumocytes type 1 cells, which are common epithelial cells, highly permeable to gases, make up 97% of the cells in the alveoli. So alveolar pneumocytes type 2 cells secrete surfactant. Surfactant is an oily secretion that contains phospholipids and proteins. This coats the alveolar surface and reduces tension. Alveolar macrophages are immune cells that remove debris and pathogens. So gas exchange occurs across the blood barrier of alveoli and has three layers: the alveolar capillary endothelial layer and the diffusion membrane between them. Gas exchange across the blood barrier is quick and efficient because distance for diffusion is short and oxygen coverage is small and liquid molecule. Air tends to move from a region of high pressure to a region of low pressure, then a pressure gradient, and air flows in and out of the lungs because of alternatively reversing pressure gradients. So looking at ventilation, the external and performance contract during inhalation volume. The diaphragm lowers during inhalation. Air flows in during inhalation because air pressure in the lungs is lower than outside. Air flows out when the muscles relax. Changes in intra-alveolar pressure produce flow of air into and out of the lungs. Intra-alveolar pressure is less than atmospheric pressure when air flows into the lungs, and intra-alveolar pressure is greater than atmospheric pressure when air flows out of the lungs. In order to understand gas exchange, we need to think about some of the underlying principles that help understand gases and their behaviours. Gas exerts forces on the surface that comes into contact with pressure. The atmosphere contains oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and other gases. The mixtures exert pressures known as atmospheric pressure. Each gas within the atmosphere exerts its own pressure. This will vary between gases and is called partial pressure. Partial pressure is important for predicting the movement of gases. A gas will move from an area of high partial pressure to an area of lower partial pressure. The concentration of a gas in a liquid such as blood is directly proportional to its partial pressure and solubility. This is known as Henry's law. The greater the partial pressure, the greater the concentration of gas in liquid. However, it is also dependent on solubility. Nitrogen is present in atmospheric air with a high partial pressure, while its concentration in blood is low due to its low solubility. So here you can see the partial pressures in the plasma of pulmonary veins. Carbon dioxide 40, oxygen 100, nitrogen 573. And the solubility of gas in the body fluid, so carbon dioxide is highly soluble, oxygen is less soluble, and nitrogen is very limited solubility. Two other factors to consider are ventilation and perfusion. Ventilation is the movement of air into the lungs, and perfusion is the flow of blood into the pulmonary capillaries. For gas exchange to be efficient, ventilation and perfusion should occur at similar rate. Gas exchange occurs in two sites in the body, in the lungs and the tissues. External respiration and exchange of gaseous external air and the blood arrives in pulmonary arteries has low partial oxygen and high partial carbon dioxide. Concentration gradient causes oxygen to enter the blood, carbon dioxide to leave the blood. Rapid exchange allows blood and alveolar air to reach equilibrium. So as I said before, gas exchange occurs in two sites in the body, in the lungs and the tissues. Internal respiration occurs in the tissues. So oxygenated blood mixes with deoxygenated blood form conducting passageways. This lowers the partial oxygen blood into the systemic circuit to about 95 Hg. Interstitial fluid is around 40 to 45, 40 for oxygen, 45 to carbon dioxide. The concentration gradient in peripheral capillaries is opposite to the lungs. Carbon dioxide diffuses into blood, oxygen diffuses out of the blood. So finally, diffusion of gases across the blood-air barrier. So direction and rate of diffusion are determined by differing partial pressures and solubilities. Reasons for efficiency of gas exchange. Differences in partial pressure across blood-air barrier are substantial. Differences involved in gas exchange are short. Oxygen and carbon dioxide are lipid soluble. The total surface area is large. Blood flow and airflow are coordinated. That's the end of the video today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.